On the one point that I'm claiming I conceded to you on, I do think it would be better if he did not send out loutish, lowbrow tweets. But
we don't agree on this.
One must take the bitter with the sweet, the rough with the smooth. And if my choice is consultant-created candidate talking nonsense or the guy who's going to build the wall, giving us really an unfiltered view of his brain with those tweets and retweets, which we've never seen before.
Don't you love that? You have this direct, ready access into Donald Trump's mind. And sometimes it's terrifying, and other times it's wonderful because
it's 90% fantastic.
I mean,
the retweet that we argued about last time, it's such a minor thing, which brings us to the recent retweet, and oh, come on, give me a break. This is people who don't understand Twitter. It's a retweet, and I'm sorry, Twitter shuts down if I have to investigate the genesis of everything. I tap a little button to retweet this one thing on. And by the way, after the I have a great one for you. After this whole brouhaha over the retweet of the unattractive photo of Heidi Cruz. So I was doing some TV show. I'm sitting in the makeup chair, girl doing my makeup, totally covered with tattoos, totally not into politics at all. And I'm chit-chatting with her. I may have just come from your podcast or something, but I mentioned this retweet. And I said, well, it was just, a silly retweet, but it's not. And she says to me, wait, it was a retweet. Those don't count. And I thought, yes, the voice of the people. It's a retweet.
But most people at home understand this. It's only the media which is not populated by sensible adults. Like we meet when we're out in the real world, it's populated by children.
Yeah.
And children take things out of context because they don't understand anything that's happening around them.
That's a good point.
And they're looking, it's like they're looking for an excuse to have a go at mom or whatever it is.
Right.
They don't understand context. They don't understand, any of the things that nuances and shades and subtleties of meaning. And they twist, things to make babyish points, to persuade people they should be allowed to stay out late.
Right.
That's the media.
No, you're right.
That's what journalists do.
Yeah, at least when it comes to Republicans, they are all forgiving of.
Yes. Of the other candidate,
yes.
which we will talk about in the second half.
And the other thing about that alleged Star of David anti-Semitic, I saw it. It's just a star. It looks like a used ad.
Wouldn't even have occurred to me.
Sale this weekend, 4th of July sale.
Do people go into malls? I mean, is this what? Because this is not what I'm like. Is this what other journalists are like? Do they walk down malls looking for stars that are a particular 6-point star and go into and ask the manager, how dare you associate this geometric pattern with anything to do with money or corruption? You're an anti-Semite and I'm boycotting your store.
Because without the crosses in the middle, if you don't see it drawn as two triangles, it doesn't
it's
really...
Just a star.
It's just a burst.
This is
like starburst.
This is the great thing about Trump. He lives in so many people's heads rent-free. This is how you know that the level of control he exerts over people, whether it is tweeting "I love Hispanics" with the taco bowl.
Oh, that was my favorite.
And BuzzFeed calling up Trump Tower just to check that they really do sell those, and of course they do.
That was my favorite.
That's how much control he has over these idiots, you know? And this one is like, what kind of a mind? What is going on in your head when you see this and you're like, is that yes, it's a Star of David, we can get him on this,
right?
And it's like, and MSNBC, of course, are opening, because people are saying, oh, well, it's just clip art, just pull it. So MSNBC on television, this is a news network, has got screenshots of what happens when you click the clip art button in Microsoft Office, because they want to know if Trump's campaign is telling the truth about how they got the star on there.
Grief.
This is, it's funny, but it's sad, isn't it?
Well, also they tried to say, yes, but it actually did come from an anti-Semitic, or as they're calling it, alt-right group. But two things. One is the guy himself who tweeted it immediately changed it to a circle. Now, I don't know any Nazis, but my guess is they do not... Oh my gosh, you caught me. I'm changing it to a... No, they'd say, yeah, you're damn right, that's a Star of David.
I think they might.